Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing, breaking news, the greatest news channel in boxing. I just waited for a couple minutes for a few people to come on live. Haven't seen you guys in a long time in a live show. And this Friday night, we will be doing a watch party. But first, before I get into the show here tonight, the live show is really for opportunity for you guys to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. I do better in the interviews, the live show. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to bring you the live show to participate with you to build back up our community since I screwed that up this past spring and deleted the channel. We're getting back up there. We have a few people that subscribed. I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to our channel and supported our channel all this time. Shout out to Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and More. I think they're doing a show on Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and More show tonight on YouTube and also Facebook. Shout out to Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and More. And then also Fanon International Boxing Talk. Hey, Fanon, hang in there, brother. Don't let these knuckleheads get to you. Because I thought he was gone for a minute. He said he went on vacation. And also Blue Blood Sports TV and also Bernie the Boxer. Shout out to Bernie. Did you miss me, Bernie? Hey, bud. Bernie the Boxer out there. We're back, guys, to do a live show. We have a couple people on here now. We are on, from my understanding, Facebook, YouTube, X-Files, or you guys want to call it the old Twitter, and also Rumble for now. I was trying to figure out how I could go live also on Instagram. But tonight we have some things to talk about. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get to see Jerome Boots' Ennis fight. I still have to go back and watch that fight. I did see some of the undercard fights, and because of my head concussions that I've had in the past, I can't remember the fights that I watched a little bit, but I can't remember all the guys' names. But we'll get into some of the news articles tonight. We'll go through the news articles. Guys, type in your comments in the comments section. Tell me what you guys' thoughts are. And you guys can click, where's it? Here, we got the, in the comments section, I posted the StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. That's the StreamYard link in the comment section as well. So I appreciate you guys coming on. So, guys, we're going to get ready to get into it. Before we get started, I heard a lot of things about Karen, the young man that fought Boots. He did a really good job. We might talk about that a little bit tonight. And also 3 days out for the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Do you guys think this is a real fight? Do you think this fight's kind of pre-planned a little bit? Who's maybe going to get knocked out, or is it going to go the distance? Or then again, I heard that Mike Tyson is only getting $20 million for this fight. And Jake Paul's getting $40 million. What do you guys think about that? I don't think that's really fair at all because Mike Tyson, I think, is helping out a lot during this fight. We added a couple of fun new things. So tell me if you like this little thing here real quick. Let me go share it real quick. I like showing the full screen here, but here, let me pull this up. We got a little planet of Earth turning around behind me back there. Again, my name is Alan Feaster, guys that don't know that. It was kind of cool. I thought, well, maybe show that sometime. Let's go back here, though. Okay. How you guys seen that? Okay. I don't mean to ramble on, but again, guys, thank you guys for your support. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yep, that sounds good. All right. Well, we'll get into it. We have a few people showing up here tonight. Stick around. Type your comments in. We missed a lot of you guys that used to come on all the time, and I got to get focused on this. I've been working about 50 hours, 55 hours a week trying to make money other ways. But for this to be successful, I guess my new quote for the week, if you ain't doing something, you're not going to be successful. So we got to start doing the live streams again. And also some pre-recorded shows. We'll pick up on that. I talked to Lionel Taz Cologne. Is that if you pronounce his name correct? We talked to him. He said he'd like to come back on again. Upcoming prospect in professional boxing from Florida. We also talked to Ezekiel Barrero. He said he'd like to come back on as well again. An upcoming professional boxer as well. Joey Barrero's brother will be coming on here. We'll line those interviews up. We'll get back into doing some interviews as well. So I don't mean to ramble on. Come on, say hello. Tell me where you guys are watching from in the comments section. If you guys are on, I forgot to bring my second phone. If you guys are on YouTube, let me know. If you're on Facebook, let me know. I think if you got, I don't know if you guys can post any comments from X files, from the Twitter files yet, but I think you can. Okay, let's get into some of this stuff. And if you type in a comment, let me know. If you click the StreamYard link, come on live. We'll save this. We'll save this news article here first. Let's get into the first thing here tonight. Let me refresh this. Okay. All right. Let's talk about what's happening in the boxing world. Mike Tyson bets on himself. Okay, we'll scroll this over here real quick. What they're saying here, guys, give me 1 second. I got to fix this. I'm getting lost before I can see myself. Okay, there we go. I can see myself now. Mike Tyson bets on himself. We'll talk about that tonight. To beat Jake Paul, how much did he wager on himself? We'll get into that as well. And if you guys type a comment in, let me know. Mike Tyson is, again, he put some money down. We'll see what he has to say about that. Or Who's This By? By Chris Williams. Chris Williams always has something negative to say. Shout out to Chris Williams. This is his article. Mike Tyson says he's betting on himself to defeat Jake Paul in their main event fight this coming Friday night. He isn't saying how much he's betting on himself, but he says it's enough, end quote. What do you guys think? How much you think he put your amount there? You think he bet $1 million on himself, 10 million? How much you think he probably put down? I probably think he at least put down maybe 5 million on himself. Now, the odds makers have installed Jake Paul, a 10-1 favorite, says installed Jake Paul as the favorite. As I said, he has 10 big wins, 1 loss, 7 KOs. Sorry, guys, messed that up again. 10 big wins for Jake. He has 1 loss, 7 KOs as the favorite over the 58-year-old Tyson, who we all know is 50 big wins, 60 losses, and, of course, 44 KOs. Oh, man, I think Jake might get hurt Friday night. Damn, 44 KOs. For their 8-round fight, it's an understandable way. Tyson looks like a person closer to 70 years old. I told you again, Chris Williams always has some dumb shit, negative shit to say. He's making fun of Mike Tyson, saying he looks like he's 70 years old rather than 58 years of age. And a big reason for that is the hard life he had in the 19 years he's been out of the ring, probably from all the shrooms he's doing. I'm just joking. Okay, guys, Mike is betting on himself. We'll talk about that more. A young version of Tyson would destroy the YouTuber Jake Paul within 20 seconds of the first round, but as old as Iron Mike looks now, he doesn't bob well for him. That's what he's starting to say, guys. It doesn't bode well for him. I got to work on my reading skills here, guys. He says it doesn't bode well for him this coming Friday night. Now, Mike is probably going to last more than 3 or 4 rounds against Paul unless Ladder takes it easy on him and doesn't push too hard. And they also go on to say there's always the chance of that happening because the fans that saw Tyson's exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. saw a fight that looked more like a choreographed stage play. Seriously? Come on, dude. Chris, you always have something negative to say. Okay. Anybody else got any comments real quick? Hey, brother, we have in the house. Who's here tonight? Who showed up? Steve Penn Music. I sent you the link to come on live. Salute KO. I was going to give you a call this week, Steve, but I was busy out making money and also listening to podcasts as I'm working, trying to improve myself. Okay. That's why I'm on here tonight. If I wasn't listening to those podcasts, I wouldn't be here tonight to enjoy the show with you guys. So it gave me some motivation to come back on and do some lives. Let's get back into it, Steve. Who do you think is going to win? They say Jake versus Tyson will meet an 8-round fight. We'll be at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The event will be shown live this Friday night, guys, on Netflix. And guess what, guys? It is for free. On the undercard, Amanda Serrano will also face Katie Taylor in a rematch. Now, I did see that fight the last time they fought. I thought that was probably the fight of the year, in my opinion. I think the women outshone the men with that particular fight. I think back in 2022, I think that's when the fight was. Also on the card is WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios defending against Abel Ramos. And guys, we'll go on. Steve, what do you guys think? Also in quote, they say, "That's okay. I don't mind that. I'm betting on myself," in quote, said Mike Tyson to Manik Akopon, reacting to being told that he's the underdog for his fight against Jake Paul this Friday night. And in quote again, "There's enough," in quote, said annoyed-looking Tyson when asked if there's a specific special amount that he is betting on himself. Anybody else got anything else to say? Steve stopped by tonight. Steve Penn Music says salute. I'll leave you up there, guys. Steve. Give me, guys. Let me get a drink real quick. Let me get a drink. Take a real quick, fast break here. Steve says don't let any dead airspace. I'm going to put a song on real quick. Clear my throat here real quick, guys. Hang in there. Okay, I'm back. All right. I had a hard time breathing. My nose is all dry. Drinking that coffee probably don't help. Also, they says, "I'm confident I would have done well," in quote, said Tyson about whether he would have done well in this era of heavyweight division. Do you think it's possible for a 58-year-old man to come back and be a world champion? I don't think so, but we'll find out. Coming this Friday night. Tell me if you guys think this is a real fight or not. They say it's 2 minutes a round, I think, for 8 rounds, 12-ounce gloves, not 10-ounce gloves. Now, if Tyson is going to keep doing these gigs against YouTubers or other fighters, he's going to need to produce, says it because fans aren't going to want to keep paying to watch him fight if he gets knocked out, quits, if he does quit, or battles in a way that looks fake, like it's not a real match. So that's kind of interesting. Tyson's power will surprise. That's what some people are saying, that he needs to knock out Jake Paul in the first couple of rounds or after that first 2 rounds. A lot of people are saying that he might exhaust himself out or run out of gas. Okay. Also in quote, "I'm dealing with the reality of I have to fight him in a particular way. It's pretty much the same." I think we have a special guest coming on, guys. Real quick, give me 1 second. We'll find out who this is popping in the back door. We'll find out.
Joining us today live on set, a special guest.
Holy moly, it's Steve Penn.
What up, KO?
What up, Steve? Haven't seen you in a few days. We're talking in a few days.
Yeah, I just been chilling, man. Went to the boxing gym today, and just getting back not too long ago. And I didn't get no notification, man. I didn't get a YouTube notification for your show, but I definitely got the message through Facebook. So just stopping in to say what's up to all the people, and to chime in on the fight, the event that's going down on Friday with Mike and Jake Paul. It's gonna be exciting fight. I think it's more entertainment than an actual fight, but who's not going to watch it? I'm definitely going to watch it.
Right. Okay, give me, Steve. What do you think about? Who do you think it's a choreographed fight? Do you think this is a real fight? What do you think about that?
Well, I think although is this labeled as an exhibition, or what are they? What kind of event are they calling it?
It's Steve. They're saying it's a real fight.
Really?
Seriously, that's what they're saying. They're labeling this as a real knockdown, drag out fight. But 2 minutes a round, 8 rounds, and then 12-ounce gloves.
Okay. It's gonna be interesting, man. I think Mike can do it, but he is 58 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, man. I'll put my money on Mike.
Okay, everybody don't know this gentleman here next to me on the screen. It's Steve Penn Music is in the house. Hope I messed up, Steve. You still there? Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay, there he is. Okay, all right, Steve. But no, this is crazy, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I like for it to be a real fight, but I think they are going to throw some good shots, maybe hurt each other a little bit. I think it's pre-planned, in my opinion. Who's going
Yeah,
to get down? Uh, is it going to be a draw? Is it? I don't think it's going to be a draw because when he fought Roy Jones Jr. for an exhibition, I think it was kind of like it's exhibition, so they made it a draw.
yeah.
But and then also, what do you think about Jake Paul getting $40 million and Mike Tyson only getting $20 million?
Wow. I mean, both is a lot of money. Uh, I don't think nothing of it. I wish I was the one getting at least 20 mil. I think it's a good thing, man. Jake is he's doing his thing, man. He's been doing a lot of these type of matches. Mike hasn't done a match since he did Roy Jones, but he is Mike Tyson. So, and to my understanding, isn't Jake Paul like some type of promoter of that? Because isn't he managing what's her name, Alyssa Serrano,
Amanda
right?
Serrano. Amanda,
Amanda Serrano. So I mean, I guess it's a business, man. I
yeah,
don't think nothing of it either way, man. I mean, both is a lot of money, so it's
right.
more than a lot of these fighters are getting. Like, there's more than like what Teofimo Lopez is getting. These fighters that are fighting regular matches.
Say again.
It's more than what they're getting.
What? Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah, yeah,
Is that
so,
is that the guy that has that mental illness? I don't know. I don't know. That might be Ryan Garcia. I don't know. But
yeah. I
one of those
mean,
two.
yeah, man. He's making more than some of these fighters that their pay per view is gonna be $85. This is
Right.
free on Netflix. So
So
I think it's a win-win situation. I still think it's all for entertainment. I don't really I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just gonna watch it because it's gonna be something to do. And it's
sounds
Mike Tyson.
right. All right. It's Mike Tyson. We all everybody loves it. No matter what happens, we all love Mike Tyson. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. But real quick, Steve Penn. Real quick, let's go back a few steps. I didn't get to see Jerron Boots in his fight this past week. Did you get a
Yep.
chance to see that fight?
I
Tell us
did.
what's your thoughts on that particular fight. I heard a lot of stuff. I heard that he didn't perform up to the standards that everybody wanted him to, or what him and his father wanted him to perform at.
Yeah. I think it was a good fight. I think people have Jerron Boots on his pedestal that's way up here. It would kind of be unfair for me to say that he's overrated, but in most cases he is, because when he has a okay performance, people are gonna automatically say that he's not ready. Um, I think he fought a good fight. Did he get hit? Yeah, he got hit. Too much showboating. I always thought Jerron Ennis was too flashy,
Mhm.
and you get in a fight with one of these real fighters like a Virgil Ortiz, or Stanianis, even Brian Norman, who they're talking about. You can't be doing all that showboating, man.
Right.
You can't be doing all that showboating. So, and for what's his name, Karen, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He didn't do bad either. He did pretty good too. I like to see Jerron Boots in his fight someone like they said, like a Madrimov. Um, who else is out there, man, in that 147 division? They're also saying they think he's too big for 147, that he should move up to 154. But I like to see him fight a name fighter. Um, you know, just to see, because their thing is, Jerron steps up to the competition. He gets up for a fight when it's a big competition. If he feels like a guy is like mediocre, he's not gonna really get up, ready to fight. And that's what kind of Bozy was saying. So I don't know, man. The verdict is still out there with Jerron. I know he's definitely not ready for like a Bud Crawford, anybody like that. But who knows, man? I mean, that's just my opinion. And it was a decent fight.
Mm-hmm. I was just curious. I'm playing with I haven't used the computer in a long time there. So I'm just looking here real quick. Give me a second. I didn't mean to
Yep.
kick you off, Steve. I was getting used to using all the buttons and stuff. I haven't gone live in a while. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to see the fight. There was an undercard fight though. I was really impressed with this young brother. I can't remember his name. I have to go back and look. I can maybe do that real quick. Let me go back here real quick to this page here and pull it up. Maybe I can find it. Some old news report on him. Let me go back a couple days, see if I can. Because I was really impressed with him. I thought he'd do a really good job. I think he's in the same weight class that Tank Davis and those guys are in.
Was it the fight on? Was it the fight on? Was it on Jerron's card?
Right. And yes, sir. Let's go back here 3 days ago. Okay. Let's see. I'm still looking for him. Victory over pro debut. Okay. I'm still looking. Drawn in his, we're talking about drawn earlier.
Yep.
Okay, one more. Let's go back a little bit more. What do you think about Keyshawn Davis's fight this past week?
And Keyshawn looked good, man. He looked good, man. He looked this sharp. Got that guy out of there quick. I thought it was gonna go longer than what it did, but he did his thing, man. He's definitely showing that, a whole nother type of readiness and eagerness to be great than Jerron is, man. He's picking his shots. He's patient in there. He's not really trying to go in there and knock a guy head off right away. He's showing some poise about himself. And so, big up to Keyshawn, man, the businessman. He did his thing on Saturday night. And so did Abdullah Mason and one of Keyshawn's brother's fault as well. I wasn't able to see the whole fight on that, but I was able to watch Abdullah Mason. Who else fought that night? Keyshawn, and I think there was one more fight in between. I'm not sure, but all those guys pulled it off, man. And big up to them, man. They did their thing. Big up to Keyshawn.
Right. No, I was just trying to scroll back real quick to see if I could see one of the younger fighters. Also, a lot. I'm really shocked. Keyshawn Davis is heavily in the news this past week. I was really surprised. They say he might be the new face of boxing. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, okay, Keyshawn Davis, man, he's about plastered all over the place here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good job for Keyshawn. And then who is one more person? Schofield Sr. wants Shakur. Okay. Then also, just to bring it up, Crawford's career may be done if no Canelo match. I've been talking that over the last couple weeks. I don't think that's true. I think a couple more for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys always come out and think they just do this stuff to get, I don't know, views or whatever. They really don't. They don't really know because at the same time, Crawford would come out and tell the people that he don't know what's next. So how do they know what's next? If he don't come out and say it, then or Bernie don't come out and say it or get an indication of what's next for Crawford, then I don't really believe none of these guys. A lot of these guys putting out stuff for views and likes and clicks and stuff like that. So we just gotta wait, man. But I think he got one or two more fights left.
Okay. Then I'm trying to also seen this fight this past. Oh, what did you think about Eddie Hearn having a conversation with Blair the Flair Cobbs, saying that he wants to fight Jerome?
Not ready. Yeah, he was like basically telling Blair Cobb that he's not ready. Who did you fight? Like, you're not big enough yet. I thought that was pretty funny. But that'd be a good fight. I mean, I would like to see. Jerron needs to fight somebody like that. Like, you fighting these, Karen is cool, but Karen tested you. He tested you and he used a different style. Seemed like I don't know which fight was tougher for him, the first one or the second one. He
Right.
needs to fight somebody. Give him Blair Cobb. He needs to fight Blair Cobb. I mean,
He'll sell the
there's a
fight.
number of people.
He'll hype the fight up,
Yeah,
and
he'll
then
definitely hype it up.
that'll really. I think he would put Jerron Boots in to the test because Blair can box now.
Yeah, he can box. Yeah, he can.
So
Even he talking about Ryan Garcia. Why are they not giving this guy these type of fights? I don't understand. Like, why can't he get a fighter that's in somewhat in the spotlight? I don't understand. Like, I don't. That's what gets me frustrated and turns me into a casual boxing. Yeah, turns me into a casual boxing fan because I'm not in the business, so I don't really understand it. But you would think just certain things that make sense, man. Like, give him a Blair Cobb. Hell, give him an Adrian Broner. Come on, man. Give him somebody that can sell that us current boxing fans know about. I mean, we know about Karen now, but we didn't hear of him before.
right.
He getting fighters like that, man. So I understand. I think he deserved like a top name fight. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, in my opinion, I think that. I mean, they say, well, Jerron needs to fight one of the other top guys at 147. If he's not going to do that, he probably does need to move up. But I think he should give himself a fair chance to fight one of the other guys. Maybe get more than one championship belt. Have that opportunity. Maybe try to still get undisputed if you could. All four belts. Or at least a couple, at least two, and then think about moving up. Blair would think it would give him a challenge, but also we'll see. Then I also heard Brian Norman's dad. I heard him the other day talking some stuff, saying that Jerron Boots Ennis is pillow fisted. Says he can't even punch. Did you catch
Yeah,
that?
I didn't catch that, but I did see like a thumbnail. I didn't listen to it yet, but yeah, this is just boxing fans are tough, man. You have Jerron in his performance wasn't a poor performance, but like I said, people put him on such a high pedestal, comparing him to Bud. When he does get hit, it's like, oh, he's not all that, And but I was always saying that I'm like, dude, he ain't really been tested. I ain't gonna say he ain't fight nobody, but I'm gonna say, yo, you ain't been tested. Some of these guys, you're not gonna be able to get in there and showboat like that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
then they comparing him to Roy Jones and all that. Like Sean Porter called him out this week. He was one of the guys back then saying Jerron is special. He's a problem, especially for non. Oh, he's a problem. How can you say that when he ain't been battle tested yet? He ain't really been battle tested. Never mind. Oh, he doesn't fight anyone. He hasn't fought no one. He ain't been in the trenches yet. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see. I want to see him fight someone that's just gonna take it to him and make him fight. I wouldn't even mind seeing Sean Porter coming out of retirement and fighting him and pressuring him.
That could happen, or put him to the test a little bit to see if he can handle pressure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Also in the headlines and the title here tonight, I haven't caught up. This is brand spanking new guys. Teofimo Lopez explodes over Devin Haney fight rumors, false accusations. Real quick, Steve, they're saying Teofimo Lopez, and this again by Chris Williams. How many articles is Chris Williams going to write? Chris Williams always has something negative to say, especially about Terrence Bud Crawford. But Teofimo Lopez denied today that he's in negotiations for a fight with Devin Haney next, saying the reports are false. End quote. He's not negotiating. He's unsure whether he's unsure where that rumor started, but it has no basis in reality. Well, what's Teofimo Lopez can't talk about reality. Come on. He's mind. Yeah. But he says Lopez, who's 21 big wins, 1 loss, 13 KOs, says he will be fighting Terrence Crawford in 2025. However, that sounds just as false as the fake news that sprang up yesterday about him fighting Haney. Seriously, man, come on. Come on, Tio. Okay, but that's what they're saying. It says no interest in fighting or struggling. Okay, we're going. Let me finish this out real quick. Some of it says fake. It came up yesterday about him fighting Haney. However, Crawford has shown no interest in fighting a struggling non-pay-per-view level fighter like Teofimo, who has arguably lost 3 out of his last 5 fights since 2021. I'll stop there. But that's what I think. Also, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazzmore, I think, stopped by here real quick. He left a comment. Salute, big bro, Matt Bruce. I see you doing those. He does a trivia show. He has the world's most famous trivia show on boxing. I caught part of it, but I've been working a lot. So, Bruce, I wish I would have been able to. I should have turned it on and listened, but I couldn't participate as I was driving. So, but shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Everybody go subscribe to his channel. He's always been supported me and always stopping by to say hi. So anything else you would like to share, Steve, that you might have seen this past couple of weeks? I know you've been having a little bit more time to watch boxing than I have, but
Yeah.
I'm on what
I've been trying to keep up with it, man, but I get tired of this politics, man. Like, is boxing has become as far for the fans like myself. It's like it becomes like a reality show, man. Like to where it's more talking than fighting. It's more negotiating, matches trying to be made. And at some point I just tune out of it because, the most I probably watched it in the last 2-3 years was when that whole Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford fight was taking place and the fight was trying to be made and it kept getting put off or kept, that was draining in itself. And I'm like, yo, after they fight, if they ever fight, I'm not going to tap back into it like that because I think a lot of people emotions was involved in that fight. And now, now it just seems like, everybody's doing that. Like trying to get fights to happen and it's just too much. I don't never remember that going on back in the day, man. When somebody called somebody out, they want to fight. The next few months they were fighting, man. This stuff is taking years, and too much talking, and it's just like a lot of these thumbnails I see. I only tap into the ones that interest me, but at one point I was keeping up with all of it, and it's like, man, ain't enough time in the day to just be sitting here monitoring these guys because they're not doing it. They know what's going on. Their pockets is fat, and it's the fans that's just like being left dry. You know what I'm saying? So all these talk shows, these boxing podcasts, I check in with a few of them, but nah, because once one person is talking about a topic, they are going to start talking about it. Right. And so right. I just wait until like a fight is almost definite, then I'll start tuning back in. But as far as that, nah, I ain't even been checking for it like that, man. Most I do is look at the thumbnails, and if it's something that interests me, I'll check it out. If not, I keep scrolling past it. That's where I'm at with it with boxing right now. Too much politics, too much he say, she say, this and that, and blah blah blah, and all these. It's just crazy, man. You got Pac YouTubers arguing over. You should put them in a match. Fannin and Blue Blood should go at it. Charity fight, man. That fight will probably get made. They could actually do it. That fight will probably get made quicker than some of these professional fighters, man.
or have some type of system. I don't know, but yeah, let me get that out there here real quick, Steve. Let's share this since you're here, man. Everybody support one another. No matter, you can maybe disagree with some of the other channels, or you might not. They might. Maybe do a little bit of cloud chasing, trying to get some of your subscribers. Who knows? I try not to do that too much, but poking fun like Manager Marty or like what Phenon International Boxing Talk. Get some of these guys. They sit there and they get on one of the other channels all the time about, oh, that person's not reporting something accurate, or they didn't say this, all that stuff. Man, You guys just get along and support one another and help each other out. That's all I got to say. And encourage one another. Stop trying to tear each other down. And,
I mean, if Jake Paul can be a YouTuber and start fighting, I don't see why Fannin and Blue Blood and Marty, the manager, and all these guys, they got enough fans that'll probably come out and watch them fight. They should fight. They should fight, man.
Should have a
I
tournament.
mean, I mean, I mean, they're giving us more show, more entertainment than the actual fighters, man. We don't see the fighters until like the week of they fight or the month of they fight. We see them. We see little clips of them training and stuff, but they don't be going back and forth with each other every day. Maybe a little bit on Twitter or whatever. But these guys go back and forth almost every day. So they should put together a charity match, man.
Right.
I'll buy it.
Yeah, that's sort of like a little fundraiser or something. You know, they're large channels. They can maybe do a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I think. Just support one another, man. Come on, guys. Stop beating each other up. And if you do beat each other up, do it out of fun. You know, do it in a loving, caring way. You know, just for fun. But encourage one another at the same time. But that's what I think, in my opinion.
It's funny, man. It's ridiculous, man. But I don't know. It's entertainment. I'll listen to some of them, man. But after a while, it's like, come on, the same thing, man. When is Tank gonna fight? Who's he fighting? Keyshawn called him out. Tank Davis.
Speak of the devil, they say Hearn to Keyshawn Davis. Beat Andy Cruz or forget about Gervonta Davis. That's what Eddie was telling in this article here. They're saying promoter Eddie Hearn says Keyshawn Davis must fight his conqueror, Cuba's Andy Cruz, and defeat him if he wants a title shot against WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. And I got to just throw this out. This is what Blue Blood always does. Keyshawn has 12 big wins, 0 losses, and 8 KOs. Has been trying to take a sneaky backdoor route to fight with King Tank by fighting hand-picked opposition and swerving his Andy Cruz, who has now 4 big wins, 0 losses, 2 KOs, who, as Hearn points out, schooled him repeatedly in the amateurs, including his 2020 Olympic finals, and it was all Keyshawn could do to score 1 point against Cruz as he was dominated. That's what they're saying there, Steve. Okay, what else? I could keep going, but we'll stop there. But what do you think about that? Do you think that he should fight Cruz first, or I think Keyshawn's doing the right thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get a fight soon, yeah, to keep him active, I think he should. I don't think any fighter should just keep waiting or chasing any particular fighter unless, like in Bud's case, he's already at a pinnacle where he's like, he knows what he wants, and he may plan on not sticking around too much longer. So in his case, it's a little bit different. His mindset. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, Steve, he's 37 years old. Come on, give maybe a couple more fights. Do you want him to stick around until he's 40 or fight?
No. I'm not saying that. Like, Bud case is different from these younger fighters. These younger fighters should take who they can get. I was saying, but like in Bud case, he's a little bit more entitled to pick whoever we want because he's on his way out. You see, he has the option to be picky. He's like, no, I want this guy. But these young guys coming up, chasing each other and not taking this fight or taking this fight, I think they should be focused more on being more active than like trying to handpick. Right. You know what I mean? Like, right. Like Bud couldn't hand. You know how it was for him coming up trying to get fights, and look how long it took him to get the Spence fight. Right.
He kind of, some people make fun of, say, well, he fought maybe once a year or something like that, or barely once a year. But I think in the beginning, before all that, when he was still at Top Rank, he was fighting pretty consistently until he left Top Rank.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, he's putting on a couple shows a year at least, So what else has happened? There's some old ancient boxing history here for Bruce Gass, Boxing, Jazz, and More. He's in a lot of the history of boxing. They had our article today, the Braun Bomber and the Greatest. A news article there. We'll skip over that one. Zepeda versus Farmer, the fight that will decide Shakur Stevenson's next opponent. What do you think about William Zepeda?
I like Zepeda. I like Zepeda. I think he's a good fighter. I like Farmer too. Is that Tevin Farmer?
Yep.
Yep. I like that. I just want to see these guys fight, man. These fight, you know, I remember growing up, man. We should have Tuesday night fights and Thursday night fights. Fights all the time, man. You know, like you know, I think that's why, you know, I think we had this conversation before. You got like the UFC and the, you know, these different fighting genres or whatever. They're winning, man, because on any given Saturday you can turn on the cable and probably catch a UFC fight. Boxing is all pay-per-view or paid. You got to pay to watch this stuff now, man. It's just like you mix that with these fighters not fighting, picking each other to fight. Yo, you lose a lot of fans that way, man. So like any fight of that caliber, like Zepeda, Farmer,
Mhm.
let's get it on, man. It needs to be more of it.
Right, right. Okay. Also, Shakur Stevenson loses respect for Lomachenko. They talked about that a little bit. Just getting this the beginning of that. They say Shakur Stevenson wants IBF lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko to retire if he's not going to fight him or Gervonta Davison. Stevenson, who's 22 big wins, 0 losses, 10 KOs, says he's lost respect, in quote, for the 36-year-old former 3-division world champion Lomachenko, who has 18 big wins, 3 losses, 12 KOs, because he talked reckless, in quote, to him outside the ring. But then I heard that Lomachenko this past week is going to retire. That's what I kind of heard. Did you hear about that, Steve?
No, no, I didn't hear about that one.
Okay, I heard
I
him
know that
talking.
I know guys been wanting him to wanting to fight him. I don't know why he's not fighting. Maybe he just don't want to fight. I don't know. I tell you, man. I get sick of all the politics of boxing, man. You know, I won't even like if they're talking trash to each other, man. I don't even watch it like that no more, man. I just wait until okay, this fight is about to happen, then I'll start paying attention to it.
Right, right. Well, I was just curious because I haven't gone live in a while, so I came on for you guys to share your thoughts or just to have a live show to chop it up to keep the community going. I lost a lot of the community because I wasn't staying consistent, but we're gonna be back, Steve. We're gonna be back, and we're still gonna work on that. Talk about that other show,
Oh
maybe.
yeah.
But
Yep, we gonna still do that one too.
me and Steve Penn here are going to talk about maybe start another channel, but it's going to be talking not unboxing only. It's going to be on top. We're going to talk about everything. Try to all different subjects.
Yep.
Okay, and what's going on, especially with from different cultures as well. It's kind of really real laid back show for people to share their views, their opinions from all walks of life. So, and from all cultures. Okay, what else are we going to talk about here in boxing today? There's a lot going on. Oh, real quickly here, let me step back just a little bit. They were saying, let's get back to this real quick. Do you think that Keyshawn Davis is stalking Gervonta Davis? Or he called him out. He said, "Knock, knock." Sure. He says, "Tank. He wants to go. Wants to fight, but we'll see." He goes, "Send the contract. We can fight." What do you think about that? Do you think
I
his
don't think I don't think he's chasing him. I mean, he wants to fight. I don't think he's sweating him or anything like that. But yeah, people want to see Tank fight somebody that's gonna make him fight too. I would like to see Tank fight Keyshawn. I would like to see Tank fight one of the Russell brothers. Hell, I would like to see Jerron fight. What's the other Russell brother name? It's Gary. Who else? I don't know. It's like 3 of them, right? But one of them fought each other in the. Jerron fought one of them in the amateurs, I think. But these guys, I want to see these guys fight. So, I believe if Keyshawn or Tank sent Keyshawn a contract, I believe he'll take that fight, probably for not a whole lot of money. These guys just want to prove,
who's the
who's the best, and I think guys that's on like Tank, Tank's level, they want the money. Now you got to do this to fight me. But these guys that's coming up, they want to fight, man. Like they'll probably take a big pay cut to fight, and that's why a lot of fights are not getting made, man, because the ones that holds the crown, man, they're not giving it up like that.
Right.
So, yeah. The sport didn't used to be like that, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, what I personally think, in my opinion, give me 1 second, Steve, I'm back here. I don't know what happened here. I messed things up. Okay. Now, real quick, I'm trying to think what else we got going on. Steve, I had you back here. There we go. I'll just leave it like that. I'm using the StreamYard link tonight. They've changed since I got on here last. They changed things around on StreamYard a little bit. It's not as easy to use as it used to be. They're making some changes, but StreamYard has some new owners, so they have a right to make the changes they want to make. But shout out to StreamYard for supporting, for using their app to their platform for our live show. So, Steve, what else has been going on? How's your training with your son? Let's get into something personal real quick. You said you were at boxing tonight with your son.
Yeah. Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays we in the gym with Coach Eddie from the Douglasville Boxing Club. He's coming along, getting stronger, learning new things. Even the other kids there, man, I see a lot of improvement in a lot of other guys. And a lot of other little kids in the gym. They're coming along, man. I'm right there ringside with them, helping them. Coach Eddie is a great coach. Coach Antonio's a great coach. He's also an amateur fighter that's looking for some fights and some sparring action, actually. So, I've been trying to network with you and all of that, and a couple other people trying to get him some looks, maybe some interviews. But real good guy. One of Silas's trainers, and I look forward to going there on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, man. Is real peaceful there, man. Get a peace of mind and get to refocus. If you had a rough day, you go to the gym, man, and help the kids, man. So I enjoy doing it myself. So I even like going, But yeah, it's been cool, man.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Eddie. He's been on our show before. He's really knowledgeable about boxing. He's not a fair weather fan like me. But no, he knows his boxing history, and he's really up to date on all the young fighters boxing like Steve is here now. But the casual fan, Steve Penn.
Yeah, I'm a casual fan. I don't have a problem telling people I'm a casual fan, and I got a reason why. I'm a casual fan by choice. I'm a casual fan by choice because I don't want to entertain all of the politics and the YouTube gossip and the propaganda. I don't want to get into all of that. So I'm a casual fan by choice. Right.
Okay, let's go back here real quick and see if there's anything brand new as we were waiting here tonight. Okay, we just mentioned Teofimo Lopez explodes over the Devin Haney fight rumors. We talked about that for a minute. Let's go back here. I just passed it up. Let me go back a little bit more. A lot of people were talking about this past week. Let me get to it real quick if I can here. Okay, now if you guys haven't known, I think the fight for Jake Paul and Mike Tyson starts at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night on Netflix for everybody. And I think I'll do a watch party, Steve, even though it might be free. I should do that. Try to get on here as much as I can now. Also, they're talking as well about Mike Tyson and about his age and him being 58 years old. What do you think about that, Steve? Let's go over here to a different boxing outlet, a different boxing source. I forgot to do that. Let's see what they're talking about there. Okay, Steve, you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, let's see what they're saying. Okay, Foreman says, okay, this is from Foreman, I guess. Foreman says Tyson was from another planet. Can he still beat Jake Paul? That's what they're talking about in the news on the other platform. Holyfield reveals the strategy for Jake Paul to beat Mike Tyson. He has his comments on as well. Then also coming up this Saturday, we didn't talk about this, Steve. Hear it all. The Riyadh season is going to have a fight. Give me 1 second, Steve. Riyadh season is going to have a. It says here, is farming fooling? This is a farmer fooling himself. Cepeda's punch output, no problem. So Latino night is going to be coming up. Let's talk about that for a quick minute, because we support all cultures here as well. And I think this is kind of cool that they're doing it. It says Tevin Farmer isn't concerned about the 100-plus punches per round that lightweight contender William Zepeda will be throwing this Saturday. They're fighting this Saturday, Steve.
Okay,
November
wow.
16th, in a 10-round fight on Latino night at the venue in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Farmer, who has 33 big wins, 6 losses, one draw, 8 KOs, says he beat a fighter who threw a similar amount, Jono Carroll, or Corral, Carroll is how you spell his last name. And he didn't have problems beating him many years ago. Zepeda, who has 31 big wins, 0 losses, 27 KOs, is a much different animal than Carroll was when Farmer fought him. What do you think about this fight? It says the general belief is that the 34-year-old Farmer will last 4 to 6 rounds before Zepeda knocks him out this Saturday. Now, Farmer doesn't move well enough to escape the pressure that Zepeda will apply, and even if he could, he doesn't possess the offensive firepower to stop the number 1 ranked Mexican fighter from chopping him down. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, I think Zepeda is gonna get him. Farmer comes across to me as he's not a consistent fighter. He's a good fighter, but he's not a consistent fighter. Haven't seen much of both of them, but from what I've seen, I think Zepeda was gonna come out on top.
Okay. Let me go back here and make sure nobody didn't leave any comments. Also, this is something crazy last week and a half they've been talking about over the last week. I think it's a week and a half. Golden Boy versus Matchroom, 5 versus 5 could really be a thing. What do you think about Oscar De La Hoya having 5 fighters from Golden Boy promotion against 5 fighters from Matchroom Boxing?
I think that'd be pretty dope. Kind of reminds me back of the show back in the day called The Contender. You remember The Contender?
Yes, I remember that show.
Yeah, it kind of remind me of something like that. I mean, anything that's gonna cause more fights, I think is a plus. If it's gonna generate more fights so that we can see fights more often at a decent price, then I'm with it.
Now, what do you think if those fighters end up losing to the Golden Boy fighters? You think Oscar's going to do that clap back Thursday? How are you doing? No, I'm messing with you.
Hey, man, that's the name of the sport, man. Somebody got to lose, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Okay. But let me go back here real quick. So we'll step into the time machine real quick. I was joking around. We're going to talk about a fight we just talked about. It says Chuck Hazian, however you pronounce his name, Karen Chuck Hazian. Is he going to be the future champion? He's going to be a future champion at 147 pounds. Some are talking about this, that he's going to be a future champion. Something to talk about or bring to everybody's attention. What do you guys think in the comments? Do you think he has a chance to be a future champion at 147? From what I'm hearing, it could be possibly true. Okay. And also De La Hoya, Zepeda needs a knockout against Farmer. Then Andy Cruz responds to Keyshawn Davis, show me the contract. He's saying the same thing he said that Keyshawn said to Tank, send me a contract.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
That's like the buzzword now in boxing, man. Send me the contract. Contracts get sent. Something else comes up. Fight doesn't get made. Next thing you know, a year's gone by, 2 years gone by. And if you're a real casual boxing fan like I am, you're going to lose interest in it.
Right. Now, what do you think about this story about, who was this? Deontay Wilder and the recent news saying something about his arm was broke. I think he just had maybe a torn shoulder. He said he had some torn ligaments or something in his shoulder, his arm, or
Yeah.
he had broken arm. What do you think about? Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, I've seen a little write up about it. That I didn't look no further into it, but I am aware that he thought that his arm was broken for some time. He said that his arm is broken and it was broken for some time and he didn't know it, something like that.
Yeah, I have a
So
torn, but my arm's not broke, but my shoulder I have to have surgery. Okay,
yeah.
Deontay Wilder says he's still here. He's open to fight
Oh, my
Francis.
phone is dying, Alan.
Well, that's fine. But we'll go through a couple articles here unless you want to go plug it in. If you come back if you want, but if you're tired, you can relax and chill out too. You're welcome to always come back, Steve. You know that. Okay, Steve is froze on us, guys. We'll have to kick Steve from the screen. He looks like he's a look at his face. We can laugh at his frozen screen on his face. Okay. We'll kick him from the screen. We're going to kick him from the screen. We're back here as well with me here tonight, guys. We'll come back here. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think that Francis Ngannou should fight Deontay Wilder? My opinion, Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, guys, should retire. That's my thoughts on that. Tell me what you guys think. I think he just needs to give it up and move on with his life and pick some other hobbies or have some other goals going on. It says, we may not have seen the last of Deontay Wilder in the ring after suffering a back-to-back defeats, these to Joseph Parker and then Zhilei Zhang. Wilder has heard the calls, the pleas for him to call it. Okay, again, like I said, I'm repeating the same thing they're saying right here. They say Deontay Wilder has heard the calls, the pleas for him to call it a career and retire, as I just stated. But the former WBC heavyweight champion has definitely said how the best is yet to come, end quote. That may be some stretch, but Wilder could repair in the ring. He could reappear. Sorry, guys. He has to repair. He could reappear in the ring next year, is what they're saying. TMZ Sports spoke with Wilder at the LAX in Los Angeles, and an upbeat Wilder had quite a few things to say. A fight between Wilder and Francis Ngannou was among the subjects. The Bronze Bomber spoke about, okay, we'll give him a payday if he wants to come back and fight Francis Ngannou, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt. He can have a little big payday and go off into the sunset. But to help out with his future years and invest the money wisely. Also in quote, he says, yeah, we're still training. I broke my arm way back in November, as me and Steve Penn were talking about just a second ago. Sometime I didn't know and had 2 tears on my shoulder, stuff like that. I thought it was like an old injury and stuff, so I never went and got it checked out. I just thought I could go to my therapist, but I had an MRI and everything was effed up. And I didn't know because I got a high tolerance for pain, end quote. Probably smoking a lot of mota. He doesn't feel the pain. Remember, he got pulled over with the marijuana reeking in his car with the handgun. Remember that, guys? Wilder said, for me, the best is yet to come. I always say that. Yeah, we're still going. We're still here. I'm just getting things together, end quote, said Deontay. Wilder went on to say that he had a lot of other offers coming in from different countries, end quote, and that he is very much down taking a fight with Ngannou. Wilder said he has nothing but respect for Ngannou, with the former champ expressing his condolences regarding the family tragedy that Ngannou suffered with the recent loss of his son. But Wilder is open to negotiations starting as soon as possible. And as such, we shouldn't be surprised to see a fight between Wilder and Ngannou to get made. Both fighters seem to want this particular fight. You guys got any comments in the comments section as well? Type your comments in the comment section. Guys, I'm going to post the StreamYard link I'm allowing you guys to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing like Steve did. I'll put that back in the comments, the StreamYard link right here. That's the StreamYard link to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. We did mention that as well. Shout out to the boxing voice as well. Also to say Keyshawn Davis obliterates Gustavo Lemos. Boxing results. He fought this past weekend. He did a really great job. I did see the video clip of Keyshawn Davis shouting out to everybody that all the things that him and his family been through. I remember him even saying that his sisters were in a car accident or something like that the morning of the fight, and he didn't know for sure. His mother was really worried about his sisters and that if they could even be singing the national anthem during his fight. They're really worried about his sisters made it through. They could have been seriously hurt in a car accident that morning. So that's cool that his sisters came out okay and healthy. And hey, guys, Keyshawn Davis's sisters did a really great job singing the national anthem. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis's sisters for doing a really great job. I didn't get to see the undercard fights with his brothers because I've been working as well, guys. You guys probably seen that as well. We won't go through some of that old news there. What else is happening? Any latest boxing news as well? Israel Vasquez now fighting for his life. Magnifico battling cancer. Let's talk about that for a minute, guys. Pray for Israel Vasquez battling with cancer. Okay, then Keyshawn versus Lemos. Gustavo will punch your. We did mention that. Okay, we'll stop there. So, guys, tonight I'm gonna maybe end this show here. I'm gonna get tired. We just came on live for you guys to share your thoughts on the boxing. Tell me what you guys think. Let's go back here real quick, guys. I got to fix something real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm with you. There we go. There we go, guys. There I am. That's what I was trying to fix earlier. They changed things around in my studio. Still trying to figure that out. I didn't mean to ramble on, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. All 4 or 5 people. How many ever stopped by? Everybody on Rumble, thank you for checking us out. Everybody on Twitter or, X-Files, YouTube, Rumble. Everybody, thank you. And also on Facebook. I'm going to get ready to say goodnight, guys. We've been on here, an hour now. We'll try to come on live more often. Hit the bell notification button.
Ring-a-ding-ding
to be notified when we do go live. Also, guys, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Everybody who has subscribed again up until now, please resubscribe, guys. We lost a lot of subscribers this past spring because I deleted the channel. But we're back. We're up to like 359, something like that. Everybody who has subscribed, thank you so much. Tell me what you guys' thoughts are in the comments about all the boxing news this week. We'll try to do a watch party Friday night and maybe Saturday too. We'll try to push it to the limit, come back again and do this as much as we can. Also, guys, tonight, I want to thank you guys for your support. Before I go, guys, here tonight, give me 1 second, guys. Say goodnight, guys, to this pretty lady here. And don't forget, hit the like button because YouTube will share this to other people if you guys hit the like button as well. So, guys, we're back. I did miss you guys. And shout out to all the other platforms that support me, like Blue Blood, Fanon, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, and Bernie the Boxer, many others. Guys, appreciate you guys' support tonight. Everybody have a good night. Say good night to this pretty lady here. We'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow night or for sure Friday night. Good night, guys.